Gather round the hearth, for tonight we weave a tale of legend and arrival, where warriors from across the sea shaped Britain's destiny. From the misty shores of Kent, Hengist and Horsa emerged, heralding the Angles, the Saxons and the Jutes. Welcome to Echoes of Albion. Let's unravel the myths and truths of the first arrivals. In the fading light of the 5th century, Britain stood at a crossroads, its fate hanging in the balance. The Romans, who had ruled for nearly 4 centuries, withdrew their legions by 410 AD, their stone walls crumbling, their villas overtaken by vines and silence. The Britons, heirs to ancient Celtic traditions, faced a land unravelling. Pictish raiders thundered from the north, their war cries echoing through the hills, while Irish Scots struck the western coasts with fire and steel. Into this fractured realm came the Germanic peoples from across the North Sea, Angles from the Danish peninsula, Saxons from northern Germany, and Jutes from the Jutland region. Their migration, traditionally dated to 449 AD, marked a turning point, a melding of myth and history that would reshape the island. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, compiled under Alfred the Great centuries later, names Hengist and Horsa, Jutish brothers, as the first to land on Kent's shores, invited by a Briton leader to fend off the Picts. But who was this leader? The name Vortigern, meaning Great King in Brittonic, may have been a title rather than a man, a shadowy figure whose historicity remains debated. Some see him as a real warlord, others as a symbol of a desperate age, his story preserved only in later chronicles like the Historia Brittonum. The migration itself sparks debate among scholars. Was it a mass movement of 10 to 200,000 settlers over decades, as suggested by the spread of Germanic pottery and burial sites, or an elite takeover by warrior bands, their numbers swelling through intermarriage with the Britons? Archaeological evidence offers clues. At Mucking, in Essex, sunken huts and brooches with swirling designs reveal early Germanic life, while the Prittlewell burial in Essex, with its gold ornaments, hints at a chieftain's power. Further north, Spong Hill in Norfolk yields Saxon pottery and cremation urns, evidence of a growing presence. The Sutton Hoo ship burial, with its grand helmet, speaks of their seafaring skill and status. These tribes arrived in longships, Jutes with raven prows, Saxons with boars, Angles with eagles, cutting through stormy waves, their axes ready to carve out a new home. The Angles settled in the east, the Saxons in the south and west, the Jutes in Kent. Their arrival a slow tide of change, fueled by tales of heroism and survival. For those who trace their lineage to Britain, this era is a distant echo, a time when history and legend intertwined, the roots of your heritage taking hold on a misty, storm-swept shore. Let us draw closer to the fire and let the ancient tales unfold, a saga of Hengist and Horsa, where myth and history dance as one, as a bard might have sung it in a mead hall long ago. In the year 449 AD, the shores of Kent roared with the fury of a storm, waves crashing like the drums of war. From the mist emerged 2 longships, their prows carved with raven heads, their sails tattered by the journey. Aboard stood Hengist and Horsa, twin brothers of the Jutes, their names meaning stallion and horse, symbols of strength whispered in legend. The Historia Brittonum, penned by Nennius in the 9th century, tells of their arrival. Called to Britain by Vortigern, a Briton king desperate to fend off the Picts. Under a windswept oak, Vortigern met the brothers, their fur cloaks billowing, their eyes fierce with purpose. They agreed to fight for him, their warriors wielding axes that soon drove the Pictish raiders from Kent's borders, their raven banners fluttering in victory. But the tales grow dark. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle records that in 455 AD, Hengist, cunning and ambitious, invited Vortigern to a feast to seal their alliance. The hall glowed with the firelight, the air thick with mead, but treachery brewed. In what became known as the Night of the Long Knives, Hengist's men drew hidden blades, slaying Vortigern's nobles, their blood staining the floor. A betrayal that won Kent for the Jutes. Legend adds a twist. Some say Horsa fell in a later battle at Aylesford, his spirit joining Woden's hall, while Hengist pressed on, his name etched in song as both hero and villain. The Angles, Saxons and Jutes followed, the migration swelling the land. Angles in East Anglia, Saxons in Wessex, Jutes in the south, their longships a tide of change. Tales speak of their gods, Woden, Thunor, Frigg, whose names linger in our days today. Their worship a thread in the fabric of Britain. This saga, part history, part myth, paints Hengist and Horsa as founders and foes, their arrival a spark that ignited a new era, its echoes carried through the ages to the firesides of today. The arrival of Hengist and Horsa, wreathed in legend, laid the foundation for a new Britain, a legacy that echoes through time. From their foothold in Kent, the Angles, Saxons and Jutes spread across the land, their kingdoms rising, East Anglia, Wessex and Mercia, carved by their swords and sealed by their songs. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, a testament to their deeds, became their voice, its Old English words shaping the language we speak today. Bread, house, field, all echoes of their tongue. Their artistry shines and treasures like the Sutton Hoo helmet, its gold and garnet a mirror of their pride, while their settlements, like West Stow, reveal wooden halls where their tales were told, place names ending with ing for people as in Reading, Ham for village as in Nottingham, mark their dominion, a map of their journey. Their gods, Woden, Thunor, Chu and Frigg, faded with the rise of Christianity, yet their names endure in our days. Chu for Tuesday, Woden on Wednesday, Thunor on Thursday and Frigg on Friday. By the 7th century, their culture blended with the Britons, forging an identity that would become England. Today, their legacy lives in Saxon churches, their stones a silent witness to the first arrivals. For those who trace their lineage to Britain, Hengist and Horsa are distant ancestors, heroes of myth, architects of history, their story a thread in the tapestry of your past. Did the legends of Hengist and Horsa stir your imagination as they shaped Britain's first dawn? Subscribe to Echoes of Albion for more tales of myth and history as we journey through the stories that define this island's soul, from ancient giants to modern echoes. For those who trace their lineage to Britain, these tales are a window into your ancestral past. Join us to hear the echoes of your heritage. Thank you for gathering around the hearth with us. Until next time, may the tales of Albion light your way.